Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. First of all, excuses if you hear any drilling outside because they have been drilling all day today. They're doing, the neighbours are having their front garden done and they just won't stop. I have been waiting all day for them to stop and they haven't, so I just need to film through it. So apologies for that. So from the title of today's video, you know that I'm going to be talking to you about colour correcting. So I'm going to just talk to you a little bit about what colour correcting is, and also how I personally like to colour correct. So at the moment in the beauty world, it's all about colour correcting. Everyone's gone absolutely crazy about it. It's not something new, it's been around for a really long time, but for some reason everyone's jumped on the bandwagon right now. And whether it's high-end or drugstore, every brand is releasing their own type of colour correcting product. So whether it's a colour correcting palette or whether it's colour correcting fluids or sticks or any kind of liquid kind of cream or liquid products, they're all releasing it and you basically can't get away from it. So colour correcting is just a way of basically evening out your skin tone and hiding and concealing any kind of hyperpigmentation or coloration that you have on your face that you don't want to show through. So for example, if you want to hide any dark circles or if you want to hide any redness on your face, then you would want to colour correct. So the principle behind colour correcting is all based on the colour wheel. So you want to colour correct with a colour that is opposite to the colour that you want to counteract. For example, if you want to get rid of any redness on your face, then you would use a green corrector because green is opposite to red on the colour wheel, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to quickly tell you the different colour correctors that you can get and what they counteract. So as I mentioned before, a green corrector will counteract any redness that you have on your face. So if you suffer from any acne scarring or rosacea or you've got any sunspots, then you would want to use a green corrector. So a lilac or lavender colour corrector will correct any kind of dullness or sallowness that you have on your face and also counteracts any yellow skin. If you are a medium to dark skin tone and you have blue dark circles underneath your eyes, then you will want to use a orange corrector to counteract that. If you are light to medium skin and you have dark circles underneath your eyes, then you will use a peach or salmon corrector. A pink corrector will brighten any areas on your face. And finally, a yellow corrector will counteract and hide any hyperpigmentation or dark spots on your face. And also someone like me who is medium skin tone, I personally like using yellow correctors just to brighten and highlight certain areas of the face. Now me personally, I don't like to colour correct every single day, as I feel as though I don't have that much hyperpigmentation on my face that I feel the need to colour correct every day. And also it is another layer of makeup that you're adding on top of your foundation, your concealer, your blusher, your contouring. So just be a bit wary of that, just to make sure that you moisturise your face before you put any makeup on as usual, and also just to use a good eye cream, as you will be adding a lot of product underneath your eyes, so you want to make sure that they're hydrated and you don't want any creasing. So when I do choose to colour correct, I like using the LA Girl Pro Concealers, and I've got them in the orange corrector to hide my dark circles. I have the green corrector to deal with any redness, and then I also have the yellow corrector, which, like I said before, I use to brighten up my face. And I actually love these. They are super pigmented, they blend really easily, and they're super inexpensive, so for me it's a win-win. So I'm going to quickly show you now how I use these products to colour correct my face, and then I'll be back in a minute. I've already primed my face with the Smashbox water primer, and I've also used an eye cream. So I'm going to first go in with my orange corrector, and like I mentioned before, this is going to counteract any dark circles that I have underneath my eyes. So I like to add it here. So remember, this is going to counteract anything that is blue, and I'm just going to use a brush to blend it out. The only thing I'll say with the LA Girl concealers is that they do dry pretty quick, so you want to make sure that you blend everything out pretty fast. So don't leave it sitting on your face. So that's why I like to do one thing. I like to target one area at a time. Another thing that you want to remember is to make sure that you actually only put the corrector colour over the problem area. You don't want to drag it out anywhere. I then also have hyperpigmentation around my lips here, so I like to use this there as well. And I've also got a bit of darkness here that I like to correct. And that's about as far as I want to go with the orange corrector. I don't actually suffer from that much redness, but I do have redness around my nose here. So I'm just going to show you how I do that. The one thing I will say about these is they are super pigmented, so a little bit goes a long way. So make sure you just don't put too much on. So I'm literally putting dots on. Get another brush and just blend that out as well. It's best to start off by adding just a little bit, and then if you need to add more, then add more, but you can't. But you just don't want to add too much in one go. I'm going to add a little bit more. I love these correctors. They are just so blendable, so pigmented, and super cheap. So as you can see, I've blended it out quite a lot because you don't want the colour to be too much. So I prefer to use my yellow corrector for brightening my face, and I like to do that after my foundation. So now that I've got my colour correctors on and I've blended them out, I'm going to go in with foundation. So I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Fit Me, and then I'm just going to blend it all out. And if you find that the colour's showing through, then just add a bit more foundation, and then that should cover it. But you just want to like tap, and you don't want to like drag your product anywhere. Just make sure that you only dab, as you don't want to be moving the product around. So then to cover the rest of my under eyes, I'm going to first use my concealer. Again, you just want to make sure that you use dabbing motions. So you can see now that all the orange and the green has actually disappeared on my face. And on days that I want a little bit more brightness and a bit of more highlight on my face, I will go in with the yellow corrector, and I will just add these on the points that I just want to brighten up my face. So I'll put it down the bridge of my nose, between my eyebrows, a little bit here, here, right there. This is a really good dupe, by the way, for the MAC Prep and Prime highlighter pen in the shade Light Boost. Now I'm just going to quickly just go over everything to make sure that everything is blended out nicely. So then the final step is that you just want to make sure that you set any product that you put on your face. So I'm just going to be using my Kick-Ass Soap and Glory powder. So I'm just going to go and do the rest of my makeup, and then I'll be back in a second. So as you saw, it's really easy to colour correct, and as you can see right now, you can't see any of the green or the yellow or the orange corrector that I used underneath, and it's just evened out my skin beautifully, and all the hyperpigmentation has gone. So I hope this video has helped you out. As always guys, thanks so much for watching. Please don't forget to comment and subscribe down below if you haven't already. I will also leave a link to my Instagram, Twitter and Facebook if you want to follow me on those, and I hope you guys have a good day. As always, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.